everyone, Ellie here. Today, we're going to try something new. Design ideas using trees. I've designed this small studio, 5 sets, so we can discuss 5 design ideas. After each idea, I'll show you that design in use on my island. Or Selena. Let's go! So let's start out with something simple. We've got a tree, we've dug down 1 level, and then buried the seed. So you're gonna dig down 1. Need somewhere to put that dirt. And then you'll bury your seed there. And then you'll have that tree inset into the ground. And this is gonna control the height of the tree and the base of it. So your base is gonna be lower. That's gonna make your tree canopy will be lower. And if you wanted, you could plant another one next to it at a different height, and that'll just give you some more interest, variation. So why don't we go see this on my island? Here at the end of this row of kwangdongs, you can see some blackwood trees sticking out. And they're not as tall as usual. And that's because the dig down trick. So here's my museum, and I've used this technique a lot here. Here's another idea. If you create a border around a tree by raising the dirt level up 1, putting some pathing down, surrounding it with a fence, makes that tree look a lot more important. As you can see, pretty simple. The tree's planted here, it's planted ground level. So we just raised up the edging, put down some path, put a fence around it. Pretty easy. Let's go see it on my island. So you see this bottle tree? So when we learned that these don't grow back, I wanted to fence this baby in so it wouldn't get touched. And I think that looked pretty cool. I raised the ground around it by 1 block, put some pathing on it, and then put fencing around it. Here's a variation of that technique at my welcome center, and it kind of looks like it's created a flower planter for these trees, but I put several inside of this box, I guess, and I only put fencing on 1 side. Here's something I like to do a lot. Surrounding the tree with flower boxes. And we have so many varieties of trees and flower boxes and flowers and bushes that this is kind of an endless thing you can do on your island. And as you can see, I dug down and put the flower boxes in the dirt. The tree is up 1 level from the flower boxes, at least. You could say it's ground level, and that the boxes are dug down. just gonna take them down to show you how I laid them out. And you can see that square around the tree there. So I'm gonna put those in all the way around. That's 8 boxes. And I usually pick 4 of 2 kinds of flowers or bushes or the hibiscus or whatever you like. And then I like to alternate them. I guess you could use all the same flower. Well, I'm gonna mess it up here. Hold on. Let me fix it. There we go. What do you think? You want to see it on my island? Let's go. Here it is at this park, and this is a special one because it has 2 frames around it of flower boxes. So on the inner one that I've showed you in the demo, I just put orange flowers, and then this outer one I alternated the flowers, and it's up another level. I was just trying to create something kind of elaborate with a lot of interest and depth. And I think that came off pretty good. So here's a tree. I surrounded it with path and then put fence on top of that path. And again, a very simple technique. Got our fence, got our path, mix and match what you like or what goes with your theme. There you go, pretty cool. In front of my nursery where I grow my flowers, I needed some height and some separation at the same time. And so I kind of played around with this idea, and I really like the way it turns out. And I did several in a row. Again, just to create that separation. Okay, here's our final design idea today. Create a tree line path and combine any of the other techniques I've taught you today, and you'll come up with a really, really pretty area. I mean, just look at this. This is just an example that I created, but now I really want to do this on my island because look how full it looks. The flowers and the hibiscus. Oh, it's so pretty. So yeah, I've used the flower box technique where you dig them down. And in between the trees, I've only left 1 space instead of creating the full border on each tree. I think it brings the trees tighter together. That creates a really nice pathway look. And if you use different trees, you'll get a different look. Obviously, if you use the jacarandas, you're going to get a really big canopy. You can use the pine trees and create those triangle like cone shapes, and it's really nice. So just mix and match and see what you come up with. All right, let's go see these on my island. This is what I call a gumwood lane. I really should make a sign for it. Tree line path, brick path. Pretty long. And I have the billy buttons and the fern and the gumwood trees, which, you know, probably the least popular flower and tree in the game. But I just think it's so pretty together. And then the globe buttons came and I added those to the corners when there's an intersection. So you can see all the way down if there's globe buttons, there's an intersection. I think you can do this with any mix of trees, flowers, flower boxes, pathing. Just experiment and see what you come up with. See what you like, what your style is, color scheme, all of the above. Woo! Okay, we made it through the first design ideas video. I want to thank everyone who encouraged me and pushed me to make something more, something longer. I'm really trying. I know the tiny tours are short and sweet, and I think that's a good format as well, but I'd like to try something new. So I'm hoping to bring you more design idea videos. I've got a few more lined up with ideas I've already come up with, and I want to build up to more complicated or more, more intense designing maybe. And we'll get there. I know this one was pretty simple, but start somewhere. Okay, thanks again, and we'll see you in the next one. Okay, bye.